Hi everyone! So I hit 2,000 followers, so I wanted to make like a follow forever and like question and answer video and all that jazz. And so I am going to answer the questions that you guys sent me, and then at the end of the video I'm going to give a few shout outs to like some really close people that I'm close with on Tumblr. And I'm also going to have in the post area underneath the video, whatever that is called, I'm gonna have like a follow forever with like everyone else who I think is cool, because I can't just name everyone in the video. That would take like 800 years because there's so many cool people that I follow. So I'm just gonna start with the questions now. And so yeah, would you rather have Psy as your husband or your enemy slash secret lover? So I read this one earlier and I was like, this is a hard one. But then I realized it's not that hard because I don't want him to be my enemy. So I'm just gonna go with I want him as my husband. Because then I can be public about loving him, and it would be too hard for me to be private about loving him, as you can tell. Who got you into Naruto? This was in 4th grade, maybe 5th grade. My best friend, her name's Tiane, she was like, yo, I need to have friends who watch this show so I can talk about it. And so she was like, you better watch this show. And so I was like, alright. So I started watching it and we got really into it, and we've been really into it since. And like, I was Sasuke, like that was my nickname, and she was Naruto, and I would always joke about Sasunaru and she'd be like, no, no! And now we're both like into Sasunaru, which is, I don't know, it's not that funny, but I think it's funny. Why is Danzo God? I don't know. He's just so great. He's so under... Danzo. He's just like a massive joke that I took too far, and I just keep running with it, and I know that I've taken it too far, but I just can't stop now. It's like when you start running, and then you just can't. You stop running, and one day I'm just gonna like trip and fall, but like for now, I'm on the run. Do you remember the first time you fell in love with a fictional character? Who was it? Well, this was like when I was like 8, so no one can judge me because I was 8 years old. And I'm pretty sure it was Ash Ketchum because Pokemon was my childhood. I would sit in front of my little tiny TV thing and I had all of the, all of the Pokemon, like original Pokemon on VHS, and I would watch them over and over, and I loved them, and how could you not fall in love with your hero? Like, how? How? So, it was probably him. But I was 8, so nobody can make fun of me. And he's like 10 years old, so he was like 2 years older than me. It's not weird. What's your star sign? I am a Virgo. My birthday is September 5th. I don't really have that anywhere, I don't think, on my blog. But now you know. Send me presents. Send me Psy. What accomplishment are you most proud of? I don't know, that's a hard one. I haven't really accomplished much. I guess I'm really happy that I came out of my bubble and started looking for new friends, even after I lost all my friends and I started trusting people again, because people are just like, having friends is very important. And so I'm just really happy that I got back into that. What's your favorite color? Pink. Pink is my favorite color. I own like nothing pink, but it's my favorite color, so yeah. Okay, what kind of music are you into? This is always a weird question because I'm not really into kinds of music. Like, I mean, I like pop. I like stuff they play on the radio. But I really only listen to Owl City. Like, that's pretty much all I listen to, and I love him dearly, and he's so important to me, and his music has gotten me through so much, and I just really want to meet him one day. He's just really great. And I like his other project, Sky Sailing, I think that's what it's called. It's very good. It's a lot of like the Owl City sound, but without the techno. So it's a lot of like piano and stuff. I think piano. I don't even remember. I haven't listened to it in a while. I've just mainly been listening to Owl City, but I just really like his stuff. And so if anyone asks me what kind of music I like, I just say Owl City, and he's not a kind of music, but it's basically what I like. Um, who is your favorite character in Naruto? Sai. Sai is my favorite character. Not very, I don't branch out that far from Sai. Um, what are some things that scare you? What are some things that don't scare me is the question. Because I'm scared of like everything. I'm scared of like all animals. I'm scared of birds. Birds are terrifying. They have beaks and that's weird. And they have like beady little eyes. And I always see a bird and I'm always scared it's gonna like fly at me and like spear me through the chest. Like, do other people think this? Because I think this a lot. Every time I see a bird, I'm like, death is upon me. And I'm also scared of chairs. Like, if there's a chair in a room and it looks like someone should be sitting in it, it's terrifying. Like, I have to put stuff in chairs. So every chair in my room has stuff all piled on top of it, or it's like pushed all the way under a desk so that obviously nobody could be sitting in it. Because I always just imagine like something is going to appear in that chair because it looks like someone should be sitting there. And anytime I go to like a hotel and there's a chair, I have to put stuff in it. And it's really weird, but it scares me. I'm also scared of like the normal stuff like ghosts and all that jazz. But I'm less scared of that than I am of like chairs and birds. And I'm also scared of bugs. Like bugs are like, I can't do bugs. Like if I see a bug in my room, I start crying and I have to like call my parents and they have to get it. I can't squish bugs. I can't do it. They're gross. They're nasty. I don't know. Ugh, bugs are very gross. And whenever I see like a bug on Tumblr, I'm like, you better not. Like, no. And then I'm like, I need to just unfollow them. And then I'm like, no, but I really like them and they don't usually post bugs. And then like Shino, like he's really cool, but he has like bugs and it's just like, stay away from me. And then what else? I was gonna say something else. Oh yeah, 3D. When things like come at me, I just can't do it. Like 3D ride, like 4D rides, that's what they're called. But they're the ones like where they squirt water at you and stuff. They're like, oh, water, it's 4 dimensions. And when I see the things coming at me, it makes me freak out and makes me so scared. And I have to take the glasses off. I just can't deal with it. And like, there's this ride at Disney World that's the Bugs Life ride. And it's not even a ride, it's a 4D movie. But it's bugs and 3D. And it's actually like, I went on it when I was, I think, 14, maybe 15, and I sobbed. Like, I was crying, I was shaking. My dad had to like try to calm me down. Like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't even like think to take off the glasses. I was so terrified, like I couldn't think coherently. That's enough of what I'm scared of. What character do you think resembles yourself the most personality-wise? It would be Omoy. Not sure if I'm saying his name right, but that's how I say it, and that's how it's just gonna be said. I'm gonna say his name a lot from now on. Because Omoy is always worrying about things, and he's always taking it too far, and it's like, why would you worry that? But that's what I do. It's like, what if I went, like, I want to go shopping, but if I went shopping, like, what if I turned into a cow and then, like, somebody killed me and made me into burgers and then people ate the burgers that I was made out of and, like, they get food poisoning and I give people food poisoning. Like, I don't know. It happens. Like, I think these things and then I can't do things and I'm always worrying. Like, in case you haven't noticed, all of the posts where I'm like, I'm so worried about this. Like, I'm always worrying about things and thinking the worst is gonna happen, and so Omoy, he's the man that I am. He's me. If I were a Naruto character, I would be Omoy. Favorite Akatsuki member? I'm not really into the Akatsuki. Like, I kind of like them all in general. Like, I'm not that big of a fan of them, but I don't dislike them. So, I mean, I guess I'm just gonna have to go with Itachi, but I also kind of don't like Itachi. Like, he's kind of like, I don't really agree with the stuff he's done, but he's attractive, and he's a Uchiha, and I don't really care about the Akatsuki, sorry. Who is your favorite Kage? And, like, this is my favorite question, because after the question, they put in parentheses, please don't say Danzo. So, of course, now I have to say Danzo, because I didn't even remember that Danzo was ever a Kage, because he was a Kage for, like, 3 days. So I had forgotten that he was a Kage, so I would have probably said, like, Tsunade or something, or Gaara, but you're just tempting me to say Danzo. Like, you're daring me to say Danzo, so I'm gonna say Danzo. uh, the next question is, are there any blogs you hate? Why, yes, there is. One blog. Melissa Shisui's. Hater. Wouldn't want to date her. Next question. Do you think Sasuke will ever overcome his shyness? I don't really see Sasuke as shy. I just kind of see him as not the kind of person who's into people, like doesn't really like people. So I don't really think he's shy. So I don't think he has anything to overcome except for maybe like start liking people. How did your cute crush on Sai start? I like that people think it's cute and not that it's really weird, because it's kind of really weird, but I'm glad people think it's cute. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it was like a love at first sight thing or if it like developed after a while, cause I first saw him like years ago, and then I got out of Naruto, and then I started watching it again, and I think that's when it like really budded, and then I just kind of kept going with it, and I don't know, it's like I built a snowball, and I was like, I'm gonna make a snowman, and then like it just snowballed out of control. Who is your favorite kunoichi? Ino, hands down. Love that girl so much. Like, she is the queen of Naruto. She is, like, if no girls in Naruto existed and it was only Ino, I'd be okay with that. I'd probably miss Tamari, but like, Ino is all I need in life, other than Sai. Would you rather date Sai or date Lee? Definitely Sai. Like, I love Lee, but he's the kind of guy that I want, like, as a best friend, and I can go to him when I'm sad, because I know he'd be very good at cheering me up. Like, I even have a picture of Rock Lee on my corkboard, and he's like, yeah, you rule! And I'm like, you too, Lee! You too. What would you do if you met Team 7 in real life? This includes Yamato and Sai. Well, I don't know. I feel like I would be really intimidated by them because I'm intimidated by, like, most people. And so I feel like I would click really well with Naruto. Like, we'd do stupid things with each other and we'd both be idiots together and it would be great. With Sakura, I feel like we would kind of get along, kind of not. I feel like she'd think I was annoying because I definitely am. I'm very, like, Naruto-like because I just kind of do. And then she'd be like, why are you doing? And I'd be like, for funsies. Kakashi, I feel like I'd think he was really cool, but he'd be, like, too cool for me, like, you know? Yamato, I feel like I would really want to be buds with him. Like, he'd seem really cool, like, and really, like, chill, and, like, he deals with a lot of stuff, and he takes it very well. And so I feel like I would want to be friends with him. And Sai, I would just fall in love with, and I would, like, go all schoolgirl, like, straight up, like, giggling and, like, stuff. Because I totally do that, like, always around guys that I like. And so, and then I would be like, oh, I'm embarrassing myself, like, I can't believe I'm doing this. And of course he wouldn't even understand that I was embarrassing myself, like, he'd just kind of roll with it. But I would, like, go home and be like, oh no, I've made such a fool of myself. But yeah, so I guess that's what I would do. And yeah. Now I'm going to give a few shout outs to people that are very, very special to me. And if you're not in the shout outs, then that doesn't mean I do not love you. It just means that there is a short time in this small I don't know where I'm going with this, but I love you. I love if I have ever talked to you, if you have ever talked to me, if you ever sent me anything, if you ever tagged me in anything, like anything at all. I love you dearly, and if I follow you, there's like a pretty good chance I like you. So I'm gonna start now. SheSweez, probably my favorite person I have ever met on Tumblr. She is my Tumblr best friend. I love her so much. I want to meet her. And I know when I meet her, I'm just gonna bawl and it's gonna be disgusting. And if we ever meet each other, like, you guys are never gonna hear the end of it because we're just gonna talk about it all the time. Sasuke Uchiha, Shikamaru, Uzumaki, and Sasuke is a little shit. You all were my Naruto senpais when I was on my personal blog, and then when I made Yamatosi's, and you guys followed me, I like fangirled for like a week. Like, I really, like, you guys are really cool. I really like you guys. I'm very happy that I'm friends with you guys now, and I really like you guys. Swagbito, you and I talk a lot, and we're never on at the same times, but you've talked to me through things, and you've helped me, and you've supported me, and I just really like talking to you, and you're really great. Queen Ino, I love you so much. You're so supportive of me. You're so kind. You're really cute. Like, I love you so much. And you sent me the Psy picture, and that's in my wallet, like, where your ID's supposed to go. So I'm gonna get pulled over one day, and the police officer is gonna be like, I need to see your ID. And I'm gonna, like, pull out my wallet, and I'm just gonna show it to them, and they're gonna be like, is this a joke? You wanna go? I'm gonna be like, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Queen Hinata, you're really cool. We always talked a long time ago. Like, we were very, very close. We don't talk as much anymore, but I love you all the same. Take Me to Shippuden, that's Christina. She and I have been friends for a long time. We've been friends since 4th grade, I think. Maybe 5th grade. One of the two. And I'm just really happy we were able to become friends again and become very close. And I'm really happy you made a Naruto blog. Like, I remember when I was a Naruto blog and you weren't, and then you were like, you know what, I'm gonna make a Naruto blog. And I was like, hell yeah, you are. Sausage, I love you two. You two are great. You two are stunning. You two are so gorgeous. And you don't post enough selfies. And if I would just look at you all the time if you posted selfies, so if you don't want me to do that, don't post any selfies. Chidorji, I love your art, and I love the way you talk. Like, I mean, I've never heard you talk, but I've seen, like, you type, and I love the way you write things. Like, you're so, like, chill about it all, and you've got nicknames for all the characters, and they're all cute nicknames, and it's just really, really funny the way you talk. Like, not like, I'm making fun of you, but like you've just got a really good way with words, and I just love reading the things you write, even if they're just like descriptions of your art, which is amazing, and I just really like you. Chachi-san, I'm saying that from memory because I have a list right here, but then I just remembered you. I think I'm saying that right. If I'm not, then shame on me. But I really like you. Your art is so good, and we used to be so close. And I remember when we like first met, and you messaged me on Anon, and then you accidentally messaged me off Anon, and I was just so happy you did that because now we're friends, and it was just a crazy like turn of events, and it turned out to be a good one. Hagoro, you are so cool. You are one of the coolest people I know. You're like so chill, and like you're like teaching me about meditation and stuff, and you're so good at art, and you're always drawing me stuff, and I really like, I love you so much. You rule. I'm so happy like I got your Skype and we can talk now. Like I'm just you're awesome. Tobei Rama, I like didn't really ever talk to you until Shisui was like, yo, Tobei Rama's really cool. And I'm like, yeah, she is. And then I started talking to you and I was like, yeah, she is. She's really cool. And I love talking to you. You're so great. You're like my second favorite person, okay? I love you. Naruto's ass. Ass. I love Naruto's ass. Well, you're so nice, and I always thought you were like so popular and I wasn't worthy, but like you're totally chill and you're totally down to earth and you're really cool and you're so supportive of me and you're always trying to help when I'm down, and that really, really means a lot to me. Irios, I don't know how to say your URL. You used to be Yuchi Harem. It took me a while to get that you changed that. You're cool. I always thought you were cool. I remember when I drew a picture of you and I drew you as a waffle. I don't remember why, but I remember that distinctly, and I like that, and I like you. And then final shout out is to Yama Tomatoes, because this girl and I are the same person, because now we have matching glasses, and every time I see her on my dash, I'm like, I didn't reblog that. And then I have to like go back and read the URL, and I'm like, oh, that wasn't me. And apparently that happens for her, for me, and I don't know. You are like my URL twin, except for we're like not identical twins. So yeah. And that is the end of my shoutouts. But I also want to thank everybody who's ever supported me when I'm down, when I'm feeling sad, or ever like congratulated me, or even like people who just like reblog my stuff and like me. Like, thank you so much. Like, that means so much to me. I'm a very like insecure person, and I've always felt like I'm not a cool person, but you guys are like, yeah, Hillary, you're so cool, like, I love you, and it means so much to me. Like, you guys are so important. I'm gonna start crying. Like, I'm crying now. Thank you guys so much. Like, you guys are so important to me, and I feel like I found a place where I can be friends with people. I can't believe I'm crying. I'm so ridiculous. And you guys are so special to me, and I want to be with you all, like, forever, and you guys are really important to me. I'm gonna sign off now, after I've made a ridiculous fool of myself, but I love you guys. You guys are amazing. I'm so grateful for you guys. I'm so happy that I met you guys. I'm so happy I made my Naruto blog. Like, I wasn't gonna make one, but then just one day I was like, okay, I'll do it, and it's probably the best decision I've ever made, because I've met so many great people here. I love you guys so much. If I could do something for you the way you guys have done stuff for me, like, it would be so great, because I just feel like I can't thank you enough for everything you've ever done for me, and I'm so grateful for you. And I know sometimes I'm really awkward and I come off as like saying like, oh, thank you, and it doesn't really mean much, but I mean those words, and I really mean thank you, and I love you guys so much. Please don't ever forget that. I am here for you if you ever need anything. If you need someone to talk to because you're sad. If you need someone to talk to about headcanons. If you need someone to talk to about your favorite Naruto character, or your favorite any kind of character. Your favorite anything. If you just want to talk, come talk to me. I am here for you, and I love you so much. Thank you guys so much. I love you. Bye.